This has never been done before on the Yuba River. If we can develop this pilot effort into a full reintroduction program, we would be able to more than double the amount of available salmon habitat on the Yuba River watershed. And that's a huge win for spring run Chinook salmon.
In October of 2024, a remarkable event took place on the North Yuba River, not far from the town of Downeyville in Sierra County. Scientists with the California Department of Fish and Wildlife planted 300,000 pre-fertilized salmon eggs into the gravel beds above 2 dams that have been blocking the salmon's historic habitat for decades. If they successfully hatch, it will mark the first time in more than 50 years the fish have lived in this part of the river.
The North Yuba represents a really unique location for us. There is somewhere around 40 to 50 miles of habitat that is ideal for spring run Chinook salmon holding and spawning and rearing.
Salmon require cool water to be able to successfully reproduce and successfully rear their juveniles. And so they're really having difficulties with the warmer water temperatures.
But planting 300,000 salmon eggs into the gravel in the middle of a fast-moving river is no easy feat.
We use what's called a gravel egg injector, which is basically, think of it like an oversized syringe that's connected to a water pump, and we can actually inject these eggs underwater in about 16 inches of gravel, just like they would be placed by a salmon that was trying to spawn.
It's slow work.
This is 10,000 more eggs right here?
Yeah.
Okay, and then 25,000 eggs, and they've already done 25,000 eggs?
They're working on, they're finishing up 25,000 eggs.
Salmon haven't been present in the North Yuba River since the early part of the 20th century. So there are many unknowns this pilot project are exploring simultaneously.
By injecting these eggs in the multiple locations throughout the North Yuba River, we're going to be able to look at how long does it take for eggs to hatch and turn into yolk sac fry, how do they rear, how fast do they grow, when and where do they rear as juvenile salmon. And we're also going to be able to look at habitat quality and how do these individual areas perform as spawning habitat.
For the process to be effective, every egg must be accounted for. The project actually began a month earlier in September with salmon spawning at the Feather River Fish Hatchery in Oroville. Eggs were collected from female salmon and were separated, and then fertilized with the males milked. Tissue samples from each parent were taken and their genetic profiles recorded and assigned to their fertilized eggs. This genetic tagging, called parentage-based tagging in fishery circles, forever links the eggs and the offspring to the exact set of parents that produced them. Detailed notes are recorded to document the exact location where each batch of eggs is placed in the river. This allows scientists to determine which locations are most productive in terms of yielding the highest rates of juvenile fish. The initial goal of the study is to determine if the egg injection process actually works, and if so, to what degree. To do this, they need to trap as many of the juvenile salmon as they can. For the past 6 months, the team has been using a rotary screw trap to accomplish this.
This is new habitat that salmon haven't been in for a long time, so we have very little data to understand how salmon will respond. So there's a number of different things that we're going to be able to learn with this.
Once the fingerling-sized fish have been removed from the trap, they're carried in buckets to a holding area. There, they're weighed, measured, and go through a special tagging process, where a tiny coated wire tag is hypodermically implanted into the fish. only 0.5 millimeter long, the tag will stay with the fish for its life and will help identify it as one of the gravel-injected salmon when it returns to the river to spawn. Once the processing is complete, the juvenile salmon are placed in large, aerated tanks and transported to a new release point 20 miles away, just below Englebright and New Bullards Bar dams.
This is at its heart a recovery effort for spring run Chinook salmon.
Salmon in general have been on a population decline, and they need our intervention to make sure that they can make it to more suitable habitat so that they can thrive.
He's killing, but he's stiff.
Maybe we just give him some time.
Yeah. All right.
Only the strong.
Then you gotta hold this.
Okay. Ready? Yeah. Here we go.
From there, the salmon will make the 150-mile journey downstream to the San Francisco Bay and out into the Pacific Ocean on their own. Those that survive will return to the Yuba River in 3 to 5 years to spawn.
Can we get that in here now, Dan?
The following week, the team returned for yet another component of the pilot study.
We have hit an exciting milestone in our reintroduction program by reintroducing adult spring run Chinook salmon for our first pilot study.
3, 2, 1.
Thus far, we've been able to look at hydraulic egg injection, looking to see if we can successfully inject eggs right into the substrate. Putting the adult spring run salmon in the North Yuba River to truly have them naturally spawn and see their success as we capture their juveniles through our rotary screw trap efforts. And we'll be able to compare kind of their success to our hydraulic egg injection method.
This is very much the beginning of this pilot program, and salmon numbers are only going to increase over time. This program is going to scale up, and we're already doing that in our second year. It's a huge milestone to be at the stage where we can put adults in the water.